अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूअर्स, मैं हूं काजी अंसार। आप देख रहे हैं मेरा चैनल मिस्टर बैंकर। थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग दिस वीडियो। Every business has its own risks and maritime sector is no exception. Salmon in fact operates in one of the most dangerous industries on the planet. Houston Maritime Attorney in the US in 2022, when sailors are on the boats, they are at risk of work-related injuries. The courts are aware of this. Furthermore, Houston personal injury law firm is always fighting for injured sailors. Maritime law gives injured marine workers the right to receive the compensation they need for any work-related problems. Moreover, these rules serve as the basis for all harms to sailors. Houston Maritime Attorney in US: if you are injured at sea, it's important to contact a Houston Maritime lawyer who is fully aware of these rules. If you have been injured in the maritime business, contact personal injury lawyer and let the lawyer fight for you. Marine law and maritime injury cases. The Admiralty Act exists to help injured sailors recover from work-related injuries. Without these restrictions, injured sailors would be obliged to work on their own to alleviate any hardships they have had to endure at work. When a marine crew becomes ill or injured, the shipwork is responsible for compensating them. This is what maritime advocates call maintenance and treatment. Houston Maritime Attorney in the US is basically means that the employer must cover the cost of illness until the employee is fully recovered. This commitment is seen by the courts as the duty of any employer on their ship. In addition, sailors are entitled to fully pay for the cruise period during which they were ill or injured. In most cases, they specify the amount of unpaid wages in their employment contract. Now we talk about High Sea Death Act. The basic working in the commercial maritime industry is risky. The death of a worker can sometimes be due to negligence or wrongdoing of the employer or co-worker. In the event of death of a loved one on a cruise ship at least 3 nautical miles off the US coast, the spouse, parents, children, or the other dependent relative may be entitled to fair compensation for the miss of salary, funeral expenses, and counseling costs on high sea law. For a claim to be successful, a maritime attorney must prove negligence on the part of the ship owner or co-worker. Even if the deceased player a role in his or her own death, compensation may still be appropriate. Merchant Marine Act. If you work for a company on the ground and have work-related injuries, state workers' compensation rule apply. This is not the case when you work offshore. The Jones Law, often referred to as the Commercial Maritime Law, is a federal law adopted in 1920 that governs maritime trade in the ports of the United States. However, part of the law allows marine workers to sue their employer for benefits of work-related injuries caused by their negligence. It does not matter if you are a captain or a companion, or deckhand, a cook or a partner. You may be eligible for benefits if you are dedicate at least 30% of your work hours to shipping operations while on the water and experience injuries. This includes lost wages, medical bills, and compensation for pain and stress. Limit liability law protects ship owners from being forced to pay for injuries or death in excess of the value of their ship. This could be bad news for the plaintiff. All claims are processed whenever the ship owner files a liability limit complaint. This suspension will remain in place until the hearing is consolidated into a single proceeding in which individuals with rival claims may be forced to accept a prorated settlement. Furthermore, limited liability claims don't allow jury trials. Some personal injury lawsuits, thankfully, are exempted. Among them are claims for salaries due to sailors as well as claim for maintenance and treatments. Houston Maritime Attorney in the US will address limit liability claim that has been filed to defend your claim. You will need an experienced marine injury lawyer. Cobo's law firm, one of the largest firms on the market, is located in Houston. In addition, they offer a free introductory consultation to help you understand your legal rights. Compensation Act for longshoremen and harbor workers. Jones Law can be compared to LHWCA. This allows marine workers to make up for lost income, medical care, and occupational rehabilitation due to injuries sustained while on the job. Whether workers are covered by the Jones Act or the LHWCA is determined solely by their employment relationship with the ship. Jones Law protects sailors. LHWCA protects longshoremen, dock workers, port construction workers, and others. If you are a longshoreman or a port worker, Houston is best placed to get help from a skilled marine injury lawyer. The marine law firm at Cobo's law firm in Houston can help you get rid of compensation, get rid the right compensation. History of Admiralty and Maritime Law. Admiralty law, commonly known as maritime law, regulates the occurrence of ships as the behavior of ships. Many countries have their own law governing sailors, passengers, transport, and maritime business. On the other hand, multilateral agreements established a number of internationally recognized areas of admiralty law. Maritime law, Houston. Houston Maritime Attorney in the US in 2022, the area of Houston Law Office is set to deal with the assortment of maritime law matters. Houston office is situated in the biggest monetary focus in Gulf Coast areas, which likewise is known for the port of Houston Transport Channel. Maritime law attorneys give insight of wide assortment of cases including freight carriage questions, oil slicks, and water contamination claims. The Lanier law firm was among the main law offices to regard a legal claim against significant organization BP, later the Deepwater Horizon oil rig blast and resulting oil slick in 2010. Hopefully you like this video. Thanks.